And more oye music producers ebien wo fie ha monom. We've had conversations. Yenye artist ezim komo. Bi wo homo na ye kasa o da man kasa mpo du baby na masumpo ma ye confused. Na artist na la sumpo wa ye confused. Na ehenya ya ye confusion wo show no do. Ye confusion so chere wan kasa so e wo fie no, wo so ye confusion. And yer baba share who a producer is. Na producer ne juma pa odi wo music industry no mo. Nti we are lucky. Yenya producers e bien wo studio ha monom. I have that God beat. That beat God fetchem. Yes. Abahada. Pocho mo akwa baby. Say ben man yo basa.
Oh da.
E feeling fine.
Oh, me feeling.
That is nice. You want what a home and wobum ding bando bi ba na me basa. We won dey birthday one we me go say. And then more Gomez beat.
Yes, please.
Pocho wa sha akwa ba.
Thank you very much.
Na pocho wo da ke hu ada.
Yeah, I can see. It just because I spend a lot of time in the studio, so I have to protect my eyes because of the light.
Nti esi hese ala ebe yi another still ebe she.
Now I will still put it on.
Impro umbo foma.
No, please.
Impro. Pocho mo akwa.
Thank you.
Pocho a fine boy.
Thank you.
A fine boy pa. Benyin tuntum mo ye fe e wa bodesa so kakra. Very nice.
Thank you.
Na Pocho a producer.
Yes, please.
Producer say ka producer ne djuma. Moyenze pa djuma moyenze pa kro moyenze pa no no odi ndjuma na we ye ni nyina no makoten.
Okay, I hope you don't mind if I speak English. Can I speak English, right? My tree is not good, so
I will come on you good no. Say anyima fa brofa morati wo show it no anya asam papa. Nti I will katwi no me wenwa na katwi no ma.
It's not good.
Mo ye good me penela.
No, seriously, it's not good.
Na e de brofa kakre bi na aframa. For the
sake
of me viewers.
Yeah. But it's not a problem. I'm bet me a senior American.
And that's how kind of fine.
No, but and you're clear. And you're clear.
Clear.
It's very
clear. Say me explain here.
Yeah. Oh, I know the brofuna can't talk out.
And just for brofuna for just cinema.
Brofuna bedos.
No problem.
Okay, basically, so a producer, you know. A lot of people confuse it with sound engineer, even though it's intertwined.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can be a sound engineer and a producer at the same time.
Okay.
But when we say music producer, now it's changing. Formerly, it used to be you, the producer, writing the music on script with a musical shift, like Quincy Jones, you know, the guy who produced Michael Jackson way back. He arranged the song, you know, we put the song together, play the beats, and even write session for horsemen, what they are going to play. Well, so it's very delicate. So when you are starting production, you are actually starting the composition. That is, you are composing the idea of the song. Well, so you are composing the idea. When you bring a melody or a rhythm you want, then you start composing the lyrics. So after composing now, then we be arrangement no. Okay, say me too maybe the chorus or intro then chorus beba, then after chorus first verse, then chorus, then bridge, chorus, then outro.
Okay.
So basically when we say a producer, when you bring the song to the producer is going to help you create the beat. About guitar if he can play, or keyboard, then put the drum lines together. Now things have changed. We don't really play live drums like before, even though people still
have
but
live
now we are like in the digital world where we have a lot of these tones at our disposal. So you'll be able to easily pick up a tone or kick, then snare, hi-hat, then you play it yourself.
Okay.
So it's like a process. It's like the lifeline of the music itself. When you say production, it's the lifeline, because that's the process where you start the very beginning. Say artist, so if he gets the song, well, then about to me after producers, oh, I have this idea. How am I going to go about it? You'll be like, okay, I want you to sing it this way, change the chord progression, I want it to sound this way. So the producer is basically guiding you to your destination.
Okay.
Yes. So the producer is actually guiding you to your destination when you bring the idea. The fact that you compose a song at home does not mean the arrangement will be the same.
Will be the same.
Yeah, when you get to the studio, because the producer will also bring in the technical ideas to guide you to your destination. But when we talk about sound engineering, that's a little bit different from the production, even though they are intertwined. Because at the end of the day, the producer will decide, okay, I'm selecting this tone. I have to cut out some low end, cut mid range or something, or cut the high end, or filter it a little bit. So he's also doing part of the engineer's job. Initially, the work is you play the beat for the artist, but now things are changing. Where formerly when the producer makes the beat for you, then he'll give it to you to take it to a mixing engineer. Yes. Then after the mixing engineer, then a mastering engineer.
Or master.
Yeah, or master track normal, so that like bright, larger than life, then interesting to listen to, and you don't have that ear fatigue, and make sure the loudness level is at the right peak.
Okay.
So that when they play your song on radio, if it's competing with other songs, then it's like almost the same level.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Peace God.
Yes, ma'am.
Mpede matasam no kenasi.
Okay, I'm in church remove from
Mpede matasi because why the matasa kakra so me
Yeah.
I confused kakra so.
on not the school.
On the muko hence I when you brave yet.
Okay, let me try. So this is, I think you can't producer and a production. It is basically the oversight of the creation of the music.
Okay.
Like the producer is the person overseeing the creation of the music. What happened is over the years, there's been the digital change in music. So formerly, when we didn't have like one laptop where you can plug everything in and just do everything one time, it used to be you have to get someone to drum. It may be me as a producer, I have a certain rhythm in my head, like pa, 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 pa. Then I call a drummer. I tell the drummer, look, I want it like this. Then the drummer does it for me. I want a keyboardist, I want like a certain tune. Then I call a keyboardist, they come and do it. But over time, integration in machines, you understand, the computer has enabled
the place of the producer.
No, not the producer, the players,
the
instrumentalists. So now there are producers like me who know how to play almost every instrument. And then I can sit behind a laptop and imitate every instrument.
Oh, okay. So in this case, in here, anybody
so I will
to
not
come and play the
but
guitar,
that is
come and play
the whole oversight of creating the music, whether bringing in players, whether I'm doing it myself, the from beginning to end of the creation. I am not producer, I'm not Oshesuni. So be baby a producer and making sure so you say mommy. Till we are now for mixing engineer no. Aba no making sure say the aya ni na anya kwase asem. E was say etotosu yi, base tosu yi, we tosu yi. Why I say until like let's say this TV production that we are having right now. There's a producer making sure that the editors are good.
Yeah.
They're making sure that my
guests are coming.
So
you're asking the right questions.
So like the producer, I have to make sure the guitar is good, the bass is good, the kicks is good, the voice is good.
Okay.
Yes.
No like producer.
No producer.
So nipa na ordinary skadebo support artist, no executive producer.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Executive producer.
Okay, matter say.
Yes, sir.
Nti awona enyim how to play the various instruments and using your laptop
basically
to
like
create
I think a producer is sort of like a musical genius type thing. Ones where you have the ear for the thing. Now we can the ACCC and say because of integration, yeah, most of us that have the ear, growing up we had access to learn how to play keyboard, how to play a little bass here and there. Me, I grew up in a church, so I sort of had access to all the instruments. Before I realized and I was so deep into the music, me started production, I was already good with playing this.
You're able to do it on your laptops and all that. Does it make you a sound engineer?
Yeah, what makes you a sound engineer is when you learn how to mix and master production.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. So if someone does a production and I can come and sit behind it, mix and master, then I am a mix engineer. or a mix and mastering engineer. So I have to make the song sound good and standard enough to be played alongside every other standard song on the market.
And mostly, I think some of the greatest mixing and mastering engineers are first of all musicians.
Yeah.
So they understand what you are playing. So that means to be a good sound engineer,
you need to be a musician.
Yes, not by it helps.
No, by default, you have to be a musician. Just say maybe you are not singing or putting music out.
But the various
yes, to understand
the various instruments.
Because for instance, if someone plays a chord and you don't understand, maybe you hear off note somewhere and your ears are not technical and they are not tuned, you will not be able to call them to order that.
To correct.
I think you made a mistake here. Play it again, or let the guitarist replay that line. So that means, as a sound engineer, you have to be knowledgeable in music. You should understand what you are touching, because if you don't understand certain things you are touching, you will not be able to do justice to the job. And at times, when producers bring you jobs, they don't want the job to be worse after it leaves your place. It has to be better than it came. So that means you should talk to the. So most of the engineers do talk to the producers. Okay, what is your vision for this job? How do you want it to sound? Do you have any reference song that I can listen to so that I achieve that job? So the producers actually could do a little bit of engineering in the production itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Their tone selection, their bass selection, how they cut it. They can decide that, okay, I want this bass to be booming, but not really muddy per se. So they can do a little bit of tweaking to remind you that, okay, when you open this file, this is an example of what I want.
Okay.
Yeah. So so that means before a producer will trust you with a job, he understands that you know the music he's sending to you. Yeah.
Please God.
Yes, ma'am.
Producer. This is a matter, and I'm picturing something. Producer na sound engineer. Why not you know as an
Okay, for me, I think sound engineer.
Really?
Sound engineering is, I won't say difficult, but I feel say not taking more time.
Maybe say because then I'm my pictures. I remember my days at Sleep Music. Now Deputy Minister for Arts and Culture, Kumante, was my boss. And I so remember sometimes I no fa no share studio. No afa old beats. No afa some beats. No afa he will sit down for hours to get all the beats up and son a sound engineer no wa banana so more do why so having experienced that I am not a producer and then mean the work of a sound engineer, you know, I'm when the producer need you man. Or a hectic done.
No, producer need money a compound.
Okay.
I think a producer's work is compound. I mean, he oversees a whole production.
The whole
so he needs to, and like you said, Mr. Okrekumante, I guess, he knows.
He knows.
He knows. So when he's picking his samples, picking his tones, he's making sure it's even sounding the way it's supposed to be before the sound engineer comes and you know perfects it or makes it bigger.
One thing too for some producers is at times they don't even know how to play instruments. Some don't even know how, when you give them keyboard, but they are very good with melodies. They could tell you, okay, I want you to play this.
That was what I was saying earlier. I said most of the producers from back in the day used to call instrumentalists to create with them.
So they tell you what they want and maybe the melody line to play. And at times the artists to bring ideas, you know, to the producers to play. For instance, I think when I was working on Atia for episode, I think it's one of the biggest songs right now. Yeah. So he came to the studio and he just hummed the bass line. That Gomez, you know what? I love this bass line. And I'm like, okay, I love it. That's a nice reggae kind of vibe, you know, it's an old school kind of bass line. I'm like, okay, so what do you want us to do with it? He was like, okay, let's do a reggae song.
Okay.
So here is acting like a little bit of a producer because he's coming with the.
He's coming with a sound. How it should the melody should sound.
So I was supposed to help him to the destination. So basically, after the I'm like, okay, that's reggae. So I have to add the drums, the reggae vibe, and then the piano. Then I called Cedric Guitar to come and express himself. And the thing is, if you are a producer who knows music, when people come to play for you, like a trumpeter, a guitarist, you don't leave them to play what they like. You tell them what you want.
What you want.
There are times you could be like, okay, I think I should leave you to be free. Express yourself. Give me what you have. Then at times you could chop it. Okay, I like this line. I think this line is not too good. Let me just edit it. So it's very complicated, and it helps you more if you know how to play 2 or more instruments. Because when you're on the keyboard, you could imitate a
lot of instruments.
Yeah, a lot of instruments and the variations, you know, to make it sound realistic. Because these days, I can play you a violin, and if you don't see me blowing something and using the keyboard, if I told you someone played it live, you would believe me. Because of the integration of the digital world into music production. Amazing things are happening, you know.
That's true. That's true. My time is almost up, but there's one thing that's like it's I've had a lot of artists. We'll show you though, a lot. Most of them, and I think quite a number of them, were upcoming artists. They don't have support from anywhere. These people, most of the time, the studios they go to, Kranibi or Nenyan could be in feature studio B. It means these people don't have producers when you want to hear Ijuma. Beat God.
In feature studio, no, probably there's a producer there they're working with. I mean, there's no studio without a producer in it. You see, so yeah, production just levels into gradually. Yeah, they will also come out. We started free in feature studio.
So there will definitely be a producer.
Yeah. Who's learning as well.
Into Damono producer no charger.
Oh yeah, it's not down for. They are trying to build something together. Sometimes overcharge, yes.
Overcharge. Okay. Yeah. So the two of you, were you affiliated to any studio? Another you are just there, and somebody will come and contract you as a producer or as producers.
Both of us are independent.
Yeah, our own bosses. Oh, okay. I own my own studio, Humbler Recording Studio.
Now I have mine too.
Now we'll say.
Yeah. Seventh Heaven Studios.
Seventh Heavens. Yeah. No, we are heaven. You are heaven bound. And see, okay, into some pedamo bonyum. And I come to any of you guys, beats and another one watch no. You made mention that watch no.
I think based on what you want or your, like I said, whatever it is that you are looking for, the producer will find it.
And you mo be natural.
Yeah, but the thing is, you see, most of the times there are dedicated writers, songwriters, who are very good at that. Because, for instance, myself, the only time I write music for people to sing is when I'm working on movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I could
just soundtracks.
Yes, I enjoy doing that a lot because I don't have to sing for too long, or I don't have to write a whole lot of lyrics. I just have to do 1 minute something.
And also can away
yeah, something like that, but not that particular one. Because I worked on Azali. You know, Azali, I had to sing in Azali. I'm not too much of a singer, but the Azali movie, I had to make some noises and sing. I could do backings. But that big God is good at singing, you know, he does his own song, you know.
Yeah. So I like this, I write for people as well.
You write for people. And see, actually, a trauma gospel artist.
Yeah.
So gospel artists, most of them, makada ubia. Most of them, it be someone obekedo nyankopon no mam lyrics and nyankopon no mam lyrics and see that be God some boho. Na say me mo bana makacho de tronyum mam pede me gospel tronyum mama oye wankasa wo wet anade ebuka ka ye fast na twene nyankopon am wet na nsa ne daba
nyankopon ne me bekasa misumi enyame nipa misumi enyame nipa Yeah.
What's more when you? What's more when you? So, how many gospel artists natural among so far?
I've written for, a couple. I think, I say 4. I know of 4 people that have written.
Are they
songs
known?
for. Oh yeah, they are doing well.
One. Minimum one.
Oh, but by all means, we be.
A main one.
Yeah.
A charge one. And I know a management and charge one.
Oh no, say a nyamia chede. Oh, I'm the nyamia juma, but correction in tight in the budget.
Edge one.
Yes, it's a service you are rendering. It doesn't matter.
Into one.
Of course.
What's our trying your mama gospel artist?
No, not for
gospel artists. You know, well,
and when you go get your gadget, expensive gadgets, you don't go with I'm a child of God, so
give me
mommy gadget no for free. You spend money, $2,000 and stuff.
Well, you I want you guys your final words, you know. One for advice artists, especially the young ones who are coming up. Into our first.
Okay. I think for me, what I would tell upcoming artists is prepare yourself. Do whatever you have to do to be dope. So that when a producer is trying to help you, it becomes very easier. And the producer will be very excited to help you. Because if you come, you tell me you are looking for a manager. And I give you, okay, go into the booth, go and drop some nice line, let me play piano. And you are singing rubbish. Who is going to listen to that rubbish? Yes, so the thing is, keep working on yourself before you even think of getting somebody to help you or a manager. Just keep grinding 24/7. Learn music, listen to a wider range of artists so that you get the knowledge of what good music is supposed to sound like.
Okay.
Good music doesn't have to be sung in English or be sung in English. It can come from anywhere, any language. But just make sure whatever you are singing
is good.
Is very good and melodious to the ears. If you're a rapper too, make sure you are dope. When you rap, people should go like, what the hell? You know?
Okay.
You should really impress people when they listen to you, first of all, before you even think of approaching a producer and maybe a manager. Because a lot of the artists these days we have in Ghana, and they are really doing great. And before anybody will sign them, they will be like, wow, I like your looks, your voice, your writing skills. All those things matter. So don't just wake up one day and say you are looking for a producer without a song. Just make sure you are dope. Work on your voice. So that even when it comes to live, okay, give me freestyle right now. You deliver and I'll be like, wow, this is great. I would like to work with you or help you. But if you are not on that scale and you want to just do a funny song and trend, well, that one is also there. I'm not discriminating against funny songs.
Then do your funny song and trend.
To trend. But after that, what's next? Are you going to just entertain, or you can also do that to entertain? Fine. And that is your calling, which will like help a lot of people to laugh and but if you really want to do serious music where people take you serious, then you have to be serious yourself. Yeah.
You have to be serious yourself. That'd be good.
Yes. My advice would be, it's just like Gomez said, grind. And then perfect the art. You know, art is supposed to, 1, entertain. 2, it's supposed to wow and then give emotion. Okay. So if you're doing the music and you are not, your message is not conveying enough, you are not causing any emotions in people, we are not wowed by it, it's hard to take you serious, you know, or anything. So any artist coming up, producer coming up, you know, take care of yourself, take care of your mind, build your craft, drink a lot of water, exercise, you know, and take it very serious. This job is just like being a doctor, being an engineer, being a lawyer. You know, most of the time the misconception is as a agro. As a hobby. No, this is serious business. It's very serious business. It's multi-billion dollar industry. Beautiful. So don't do like that with it.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've been educated. One of workshops, just as I've been educated today, you have equally been educated. One of our show you the discussion or that beat God. The last time you came here as an artist.
Yeah.
It's not my confusion. You came here as an artist, and then Gomez Beats.
Yes, please.
Thank you guys so much,
Too.
But you're a quick one. Gomez, maybe so. Many times, maybe Gomez now could and phone call break, and then my next guest, Kwame Yogurt, is in the house now. Men switch a guest number. Just as we have artists, what has the word to me today or your whack and kasankasa? Do we have whack producers?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, it's like there are levels to this trade. Your levels will like it's like primary school. You are starting or nursery. Or kindergarten.
Your whack cry.
Yeah, if you don't, you are not.
my time is up.
Sorry. Who's that? Work and one. Me, I believe say every human being, if you dedicate yourself to something and you learn hard, you can move from stage 0 to like stage 5, stage 6. I was old school.
Whack could be a whack.
Yeah.
It's true, but if you work on yourself, it's gonna come.
Yeah, but that before you work on yourself, there are some people who have just decided that okay, I'm not upgrading myself.
Yeah, that's what I want. You're gonna stay.
And when it happens like that, it's like you're not sharpening the brain. It's like when you don't read.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so you become rusty
all the time.
So the thing is,
because I know people who started, they weren't too good, but now they are.
So the thing is, the fact that you are whack does not mean you cannot be better.
Yeah.
It's a process. So you can be whack for now. Just enjoy being whack and work towards it. Work towards being a better producer. So it's like that. Just like there are bad singers.
Yeah, they can.
There are some producers when you go to them, they might not be able to.
Bad singers, no, the other was as no too wonderful. Because if you know more home, ma, chade me able to me a kind, and you too. And hey, are you serious?